Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now, how's this for Valentine's Day goals? On Friday night, Cape Town Stadium played host to one of the world's biggest pop bands from the 80s, a-ha. And just so you understand how big this band is, their music video for the karaoke classic Take On Me reached 1 billion views on YouTube this morning. And of course, I had the privilege of catching up with the band at the concert. Afternoon Express and I have the thrill of a lifetime today by going behind the scenes with the members of Global Phenomenon, a-ha, as we find out all about their 2020 world tour. The sun always shines on TV. Welcome to Afternoon Express. I have to tell you that this is such a joy to have you in South Africa and, of course, to have you on our TV show. I think everyone in my generation just is filled with so much nostalgia seeing the two of you here in South Africa again. But what brings you to South Africa as part of your world tour?
We just realised the last time we were here, we were probably 94. So, and that's, time has flown. No, we think it's great to be here. I don't know why we haven't come back before.
I've been back, but on vacation.
Yeah,
but I think the thing is that now we're on a trek around the world to celebrate our first record, and I think people in South Africa have nostalgic feelings about that record, as they do many other places in the world. So it just felt completely natural for us to pop by and say hello and play a couple of shows.
If we think of one of the most iconic sounds of the 80s, you wrote that when you were like 15 years old?
Were you, Meg? Something like that. Yeah, I think I was 15. So I kind of peaked at 15.
Nonsense.
I don't think, you ever realize what is going to define you. I think we didn't know what would define us as a band. We've done a lot more things, but that song has clearly been the one that has traveled the furthest and is still out there working for us. So this tour that we're doing now, we have actually reconnected with the guys who did the video. Steve Barron, the director, is here tonight. The people who did the animation is also doing stuff for the show. So it's kind of a nice, circling back and reconnecting with people in the past.
The three of you have essentially, even though you've done your own independent things along the way, you've still stayed together. You've still managed to have that relationship where you're able to come out and play years later. What is it that glues you together?
I think we are grateful for being able to do this and having been able to do it for so many years. What is that magic? I think it is actually the music itself, which is why we got together in the first place. And we've stayed sort of honest, I think, to that. And we never really took on so much of the catwalk of fame.
Yeah. It kind of helps that we are three polar opposites as well. It sort of creates a sort of a tension in the middle that somehow can spark some good things now and then.
But achieving so much success from such a young age, your perception of what normality is and what the real world is must be like slightly moved. Does the novelty ever wear off? Like, what are your day-to-day lives like?
No, I think you become more and more aware of the values of normalcy. And I don't know any guy more normal than myself.
Yeah.
You do?
I know a couple.
So, what are your favorite songs? And what's your favorite song to perform?
That varies.
Yeah.
We have a huge catalogue of songs, and there isn't one.
It's a little bit hard to define because it's a bit like asking people which of your children you prefer.
My mother will be able to answer that. That is just incredible. I can just remember being a little 10-year-old girl watching this band with all of their passion and power and beauty. And it just goes to show star power is a force to be reckoned with because they have not changed a bit. Aha! I love them. It was such a great concert. The Joburg one was apparently amazing as well.
So clearly your Friday night definitely hit off the weekend, Valentine's weekend on the right note.
Let me tell you, there's something about a great banging 80s tune that just gets my foot beating and really
No,
cool.
I felt like I was transported into Friday nights with you, right along there with you, jamming. Oh, that sounds so great.
Okay, don't divert the conversation. What did you do this Valentine's Day, Palesa?
Very, very innocent girl. It was my brother's birthday countdown. So, you know, we were counting down to his birthday. His birthday was yesterday. So shout out to you, Siyabonga Dembe. Happy birthday. I love you, my brother. So, girl, it was really cool, family orientated. I just loved it.
Yeah. Well, I suppose Valentine's Day doesn't always have to be celebrated with a lover or a spouse, but just sharing love with anyone else around you, family especially. It's just so nice to have a day in the year where I know a lot of people go, oh, Valentine's Day and hashtag anti-Valentine's Day. That was all happening on Friday as well. But I think it's really important where sometimes you just have a day where you've got, a reminder to show the people around you how much you love them.
Absolutely. It's about love, positivity, and appreciation. I think a lot of us wait until people are deceased to share the love and admiration they have for someone.
Yeah.
Let's not wait until people are deceased. Let's celebrate them every single day, every opportunity that we can. If you're doing great, you'll hear it from us first.
Yeah. To create a better world, always use an opportunity to tell somebody how you feel about them and how much you appreciate them. I really appreciate you. And we really appreciate you at home. Thank you so much for watching. Now, tomorrow on the show, we have got bad boy rock star turned loving husband and father, Francois Van Coke, in the loft. And, of course, he'll be cooking along with us live on the show. Until then, good night and God bless.
Bye.